Well, Daredevil fans, last night we got the Season 2 premiere for Daredevil Born Again, so in this video I will be giving you my thoughts. So, let's get into it. So to just quickly reiterate my thoughts on this week's episode of Daredevil Born Again, Season 2, it was great, entertaining from start to finish, suspenseful at times, and full of plenty of Daredevil action. And with the end of this week's episode, it definitely got me hooked and excited for next week's episode. So now actually getting into the episode, we start out straight into the action with Daredevil, fresh in his new comic book accurate black and red suit, which looks awesome. We see him breaking into a big ship and beating some guys up, but it doesn't go so well in the end because they end up sinking the ship and he has to swim back to shore. He almost drowns in the process too because having that heavy suit on him doesn't really make it easy to swim. But in this action sequence, we get some brutal scenes with Daredevil, him breaking somebody's arm, smashing people's faces in with billy clubs, and the not so much usage of CGI in this fight really makes me happy because in some of the fight scenes in season 1 we did get disgusting looking CGI at times, but in this episode there was really no hint of that, thankfully, so they solved that problem because it was a pretty big problem in season 1. But like I said, it's not present now, and hopefully it won't be for the entire season because man oh man, that CGI looked awful. But yeah, this was a great scene and a great way to start out fresh into the second season of Daredevil Born Again. So now with that first fight scene being mentioned, I want to now mention the relationship between Matt and Karen, who are now both wanted and are hiding out, but that's not so much of interesting. The most interesting thing to me that actually stands out is that they are in a relationship again. We haven't seen these two in a relationship since all the way back in the original Daredevil show in the second season, and it didn't really work out for them in the end there. But I guess during this time where they are basically roommates hiding out together, they got a chance to get back together again. But I think it's a good thing for the story because it was a good thing to do in the original series, and it's a good thing to do now in the second season of the new series because, well, we didn't really get to see Karen much of in season 1. So to see her not only fully present now in season 2 but in a relationship with Matt, it's good to be seeing more Karen than we did all the way back in season 1 where we barely got any scenes with her. And plus, it seems like Matt Murdock has been teaching Karen how to fight more, which is really good because maybe that hints at some action scenes that we will get with Karen later in this season, which is also good, giving this character some action, so I'm definitely intrigued by this. So now, since we've spoken a little bit about Karen, let's talk about another relationship that she's having in this season, and that is with Ben Urich's niece, BB Urich. Now, in this episode, they did talk with, obviously, Karen being in disguise, and it is here where she tells BB that Fisk was, in fact, responsible for her uncle's murder, because in season 1, there was kind of whispers with Commissioner Gallo telling BB that Fisk was the leading suspect in the murder of Ben Urich, but now it is practically confirmed by Karen that he was the person to kill Ben. But the reason I mention this is because I don't know what it is, but I love it when TV shows or movie franchises bring back older characters that have been killed off long ago in the story, because Ben Urich died all the way back in season 1 of the original Daredevil show, yet he's still being mentioned now. And I love it when shows and movies do that because they just find clever ways to keep these characters involved in the story even way after they're killed off, and it's really, really clever. So now I want to talk a little bit about the task force in this episode. The task force in this episode is just wild, bursting through doors without warrants, assaulting old men just because they accidentally cough blood on you, giving a poor old man a heart attack. Like, these guys are just stupidly ruthless, honestly. But honestly, you know you have a good villain when you want these guys to absolutely get destroyed by the hero. You know you have a good villain then, because if you want these villains to survive, or you believe that they're doing the right thing, or you agree with some of the things that they are doing, then they're not good villains. You have to hate them. You have to want to see them perish, and I definitely want to see them get absolutely destroyed by Daredevil, because this task force thing is so annoying, and Fisk is so evil for putting these guys on the streets, ending vigilantes who are just trying to help people. It's so stupid because they're wasting their time hunting vigilantes who are saving New York rather than protecting New York themselves. The best way to stop vigilantes is by doing their job for them, which they clearly aren't doing, so I don't see a problem with Daredevil. But yeah, let's go break into old people's houses, assault them viciously, and see where that gets us. But yeah, I love how much I hate the task force in this show, because they are such good villains, clearly, because I absolutely hate them and want to see them get destroyed by Daredevil. But with everything that they did in this episode, episode, I'm really excited to see the type of ridiculous, harmful things that they do to the city and its people and the vigilantes in the next couple of episodes. So now I want to talk about one of my most anticipated characters of Season 2 of Daredevil Born Again to appear, besides, of course, Jessica Jones, and that would be Mr. Charles, played by Matthew Lillard. Now, the thing that intrigues me most about this character is the fact that it's, of course, played by Matthew Lillard. But his character in this episode was extremely funny. He kept going off topic to what Fisk was saying and the other people in the office was saying and were saying, and his character is just so funny right now, and I can't wait to see what this show does with his character in the future with the rest of the episodes. But I have a feeling that he'll probably go down the same road as Commissioner Gallo of getting his head crushed or something viciously bad happens to him by the end of the show, second season. But we'll just have to wait and see. For now, I like his character and I'm truly excited to see what they do with him down the line. So now I want to talk about the final scene of this episode, the final action scene that ends this episode, and that starts when the task force breaks into Cherry's apartment, beats the crap out of this poor old man, and as he starts showing signs of a heart attack, Matt comes swooping in, destroys the first group of task force agents, and then tries to help Cherry. But before he could help him with his heart, another group of task force officers come in and start fighting Daredevil. This action sequence was so great and very suspenseful because you had Cherry basically dying in the background because his heart attack starts to worsen, and as that does, Matt has a flashback of when he could hear Foggy's heartbeat slowly go down and down, and he obviously doesn't want that to happen to Cherry, so he gets distracted momentarily, but that gives the task force enough time to take Matt to the ground and unmask him. But with all them being distracted and shocked at the fact that it's Matt, all of them get shot in the head by you-know-who. Ben Poindexter, Bullseye, saves Daredevil in a really cool scene where he shoots them all down and then throws knives through the windows to say, "You're welcome, Matt, I saved your life," and that is where the episode ends. So overall, this episode of Daredevil Born Again was really good. It got me hooked and got me really excited for what's to come in the following weeks. But with that being said, I thank you guys very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, like, comment, and subscribe. And when it comes to commenting, comment what you thought on this episode. I would love to hear it. Thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.